Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you about the Sonia Kashuk Velvety Matte Lip Crayon. These are sold at Target and they are $7.59. Now I had heard that they are a dupe for the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Crayons. I don't own any of those, so I can't compare it to it, but that made me want to try one. So I got it in the shade Rosy Nude, which is number 10, and I wouldn't say this is a rosy nude. I would say this is a red, and I would say this leans on the warm side. It has a little bit of a tinge of orange to it, and all the colors have the word nude in the name, but that isn't really any indication of the color per se, so much as it is an indication of the formula. These are, I would describe these lip products, these Velvet Matte Lip Crayons, as good products for people who don't like lip products. And what I mean by that is they're very subtle and you can't really feel it on your lips. It doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. I've tried using this a number of different ways and experimented with it just to be able to give you more feedback. And what I have found is that if you don't moisturize your lips and you just put it on bare lips, it's gonna go on okay for the most part, but in the corners of your lips where they're sometimes a little bit drier, it might be a bit difficult to apply it once you get into those corners, and it's not going to go on so nice and have a tendency to go beyond the corners because of that. So then I tried it again today by moisturizing my lips with a lip treatment product first and then waiting about 20 minutes or so for that to settle into my lips. And then what I normally do is do a lip treatment product, then do all my makeup, and then, you know, do my lips last. So that's what I did today, and I found that when I applied it, it went on even more sheer than it did yesterday when I tried it. Because when I tried it yesterday, I felt as if it did go on fairly sheer, and that's why they have the word nude in all the shades, because it is a sheer lip product. So what I did was, after I applied it, I waited for it to set, but these don't really set so much. I mean, they do to a certain extent, any lip product will, but it's not going to be like anything that you have to wait to let it set because it's very thin. So anyway, I just let it sit for a minute or two, and then I put more on because I wanted to get more of the true color of the product, and I also wanted to see how it would be in terms of buildability. And you can, if you do a second layer of it, you can build it up and get the color that's in the tube. That's what I have on now. Now, I didn't use any kind of a lip liner because I wanted to see if I could just apply the product and not use a lip liner, and I felt like I could do that. Like, it didn't go beyond the lip line, but in order to get the kind of definition that I like to have more of a sharp edge. And because this is a sheer product, I felt as if it needed a lip liner, not because it was going to go outside the lip line, but in order for it to just have that nice crisp look on the edge, if you know what I mean. So if you're someone who doesn't really care about that, then you won't need to use a lip liner. I used a lip liner I had by Catrice called Ruby Red, and this was a gift from my friend June. It just happened to be the red that I own that was the closest match to the shade of this product. That's the only reason why I use that. But yeah, these come in about I want to say 8 colors. Hopefully that's correct. And the range of colors is, you know, pretty typical. You know, they have the colors that you would expect them to have. But it is a matte, and it doesn't have that uncomfortable dryness that a lot of mattes have. I mean, it doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't feel like I'm even wearing a lip product. And I cannot think of one single thing that I own that I can say that about. Like, when I put my lips together, it just feels like my lips. But yet you can clearly see that I have a lip product on. So it's a great lip product for people who don't like the feel of lip products. And you don't have to wear it this intense. You can just do one coat and be done, or one layer, I should say. You can just do one layer and be done. And I just, you know, I really like it to look as close to what it is in the tube as possible. So I have very mixed feelings about this, because there are some aspects of it that I really like. Like, I like that I can't feel it. And I like that I can build it and make it either one coat and subtle, or 2 coats and more like a rich color. The price, $7.59, I like the price. I feel like anything under $10 these days is reasonable, because if you've noticed, the price of makeup has been slowly creeping up over time. And brands that used to be quite affordable are now starting to venture into department store territory with the prices. So I feel like anything under 10 bucks now is a reasonable amount of money to spend for something. So I do like the price. I like the availability because it's at Target, so I can just go down the street and go to Target and I can get it. However, if you are somebody who doesn't have a Target, because I always thought that there was a Target in every town in America, but based on the feedback that you guys have given me, I realize now that that's simply not true. I'm fortunate enough to have one in every town where I live, but in certain parts of the country, Target hasn't come there yet. So some of you might have to travel a little bit to get to one. But yeah, I like the availability for me, I should say, not necessarily for you, but for me. And so what would the downside of this be? The downside would be that the color variety probably could be a little better, because I didn't feel like I didn't get to see all the colors though, because they didn't have them all, because there were a lot of empty slots. So apparently a lot of people are enjoying this product because it wasn't very well stocked. So when I saw it, I would say they had about half the colors, so I didn't really get to see them all. But I don't know, I feel like the colors were different, but yet they weren't. It's hard to explain. I saw the type of colors that I would expect to see, but yet they didn't look like every other shade that I would normally see in a color range. I like this, but I don't love it. It doesn't wow me, but different people want different things from their lip product. You know, it really depends on what you like. I'm really enjoying matte lip products these days, so I like that it's matte, but I don't know. I like it better than that Wet n Wild Fergie crayon that I bought recently, I can tell you that much. And yet I went out and bought more of those and I didn't really like it all that much. I don't know, I can't, there's no common sense when it comes to my shopping habits, I can tell you that right now. So I don't know, I would love to hear some feedback from those of you that have purchased this and tried it, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe the reason why I'm struggling to make a decision about whether or not I should endorse this or not is because I didn't like the fact that I had to build it up and do 2 layers. But you have to do that with a lot of products, it seems, these days. But I'm so used to applying a product and that's just how it is. It seems like a lot of the newer lip products that are coming out these days, you do have to do it in layers or coats or however you want to describe it. And this is a new concept for me, and it takes some getting used to, but I do like it. And it is something that's easy to put on. It's definitely something that you could throw in your purse and take with you. And I can't say how it wears in terms of eating and drinking, because yesterday when I tried it towards the end of the day, and today I'm trying it on between breakfast and lunch, so I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I can't really say how it wears. But considering how much it takes to put it on in the first place, I would imagine it does not wear that well. What I can tell you though is, does it transfer? Yes, it transfers. So that would be another negative, because it would be nice if it didn't. So that tells me that when I have lunch, it's probably going to come off all over my food or my napkin or whatever. So that's interesting. It doesn't seem to stain that much though, because I'm just rubbing my fingers together now where I touched my lip, and it's coming right off, so it doesn't stain. So it isn't a lip stain. So I don't know. I'm pretty much on the fence about this, but I just wanted to show it to you and give you the feedback that I could give you on it. I'm sorry I'm so on the fence about it, but that's how I feel about it. I don't love it and I don't hate it. I like it, but I don't think I like it enough that I would buy it again. So that's how I feel about it. You know, usually when you buy makeup, it does seem like either you love something or you hate something. There doesn't seem to be a middle of the road. But with these velvet matte lip crayons, that's how I feel about the Wet n Wild Fergie ones too. I don't hate them and I don't love them. Maybe it's just that this isn't the right type of lip product for me personally. It's just the type of product it is doesn't wow me. It's just not my thing. And you know what? I think that's what it is. So let me know if you've tried these, or if you've tried the Wet n Wild Fergie ones. And either way, let me know if you've tried either one. And what did you think? You know, did you love them? Do you hate them? Are you just like, sort of like me, kind of on the fence about it? I would really like to know. And that is it for today, you guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye.